So what do you think the number one sales objection is? Now there's 5 to 7 really popular ones, very, very common. But really the number one sales objection is very simple. I got to think about it. You could have done a masterful presentation, could have had an awesome appointment. Customer says, hey, you were great. This was awesome. I got everything I need. I just need to think about it. Now when you unpack that a little bit, it's really the customer still not feeling comfortable moving forward. There's something there that you missed. So here's 2 responses. If you get to this point, if you actually answer all the questions and be much more curious and salesy, you shouldn't get this objection anyway. However, if you do get it, that means you kind of missed something, but there's a way to actually get back into the conversation. So here are my 2 responses to I gotta think about it. Number 1, hey, totally understand big decisions need some time to be mulled over, but let me ask you a question. When you've had some time to think about it, what is the one thing that you think is going to tip the scale for you? So what this does initially is it obviously validates their concern. You want to always validate an objection, but the second thing that it does is it creates just one point. You want to say, what is the one thing that would make you move forward? So by isolating one thing that they really like or really want to talk about, you then can talk about it. You can continue the conversation by saying, what is the one thing that's going to tip the scale for you to actually move forward? And have them answer that. They usually, because it's only one thing, they usually will answer that, and then you can continue the conversation accordingly. And the second way I like to handle the I need to think about it or we need to think about it objection is actually very simple. You actually validate it again, and then you say, so no rush, totally understand, big decisions are usually better when you can sleep on it or think about it. But let me ask you one final question. What has to be true? Let's say you implement this and 2 months from now, 90 days from now, what has to be true for you to say, man, I'm glad we did this? What that does is, again, it isolates really what they're looking for. What is going to, or what needs to happen for us to say, we're glad we did this. When they say that, then you can continue the conversation from there and get back into it. You see, most sales reps, when they hear I got to think about it, kind of get very salesy, and they say the most ridiculous response that's ever been invented is, so tell me what you need to think about. Really? Like, come on, talk about putting someone in a defensive position. You just want to continue the conversation. So try those 2 answers to I got to think about it, because all it does is continue the conversation, but it isolates some things that they're actually looking for. One thing. You want to start with one thing and then go from there. Give that a shot the next time you hear that objection. Like and follow for more.